Okay, so I'm going to go over here today what we're going to have to do in order to get this first stage done. We're doing adding lives. So just like any of these stages after the first stage, we always have to go back to the previous stage and get our assets. That's the first part of this assignment. I look over here, part one, import assets and initial setup. So I've got adding replay and credits opened up right here. And I'm going to slide those windows off to the side. I don't need to see them. I've got my starter code in here, and rather than play that and have it make a lot of noise, I'm not going to. But I'm going to replace all of that with my stuff. So I'm going to just push that off to the side for the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the 5 graphics right here at the top and add replay, credits, and audio. Copy those 5. And here in adding lives, I'm going to paste them. Try not to wipe out the credits graphic. Paste them. Immediately, the look has changed, but there's a syntax error. This syntax error gets fixed by right here in front of my vehicle, putting a new web image, and over at the other end of that line, putting a closing parenthesis right there. So for the vehicle, it should be new web image, open parenthesis, and at the end, a close parenthesis. Projectile image should just stay a link, no new web image. That will fix that syntax error. Before you do the next stage, go get the enemy ships or even go get the credits graphic. Make sure you fix that. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy my credits graphic. There's my credits graphic. Copy that, Control C. Come over here, Control V, paste it. And that will get my credits graphic in the game. I'm going to slide this over here now. Enemy ships. I'm going to go back to add replay and credits. That's where I get stuff from. I'm going to go copy my 9 enemy ships and bring them over here and paste my 9 enemy ships. My colors. Next, it's colors. Go back here. Get all your colors. Colors go all the way down to the explosion colors. Copy all the colors from background color to explosion color. Copy all the colors. Come back here and replace them with your colors. Audio. So here's the 5 required audio from add replay. Background music, explosion effect, fire effect, win audio, lose audio. Here in adding lives, here's the old required audio, those 5 things. I'm going to paste them, Control V, paste my 5 audio in. And then I will come back and get my intro audio. Let me just grab the link. And for my intro audio, I will paste the link. And I can turn the volume up a little bit here. And everything's working. It's got my colors. It's got my audio. It's got my graphics. Everything's in there. Make sure it all works. That's the first part of what we did. Now, I'm going to assume you made sure it all works. Right after this audio, we start these variables related to lives. We got a variable called lives. It's equal to 3. We're going to make a game where we have 3 lives. What we did here today was we set up the 3 little UFOs up in the top left corner of the screen. Got these 3 UFOs set up here. That's all we accomplished today. So there's this variable lives. There's a variable called lives array. It's where we're going to store those 3 images. Then we have these 3 links. These 3 links need to go to our vehicle image. Now, if you're at school on the school computers and your stuff didn't get wiped out on your school computer, you're going to have a game art folder for your class. And in your game art folder, you're going to have your ship. Here's my game art folder. There's my ship. If you don't have a game, if you're not at school, like if you're one of these responsible students who's doing this tonight at home, great. Thank you. My compliments. You can get your image right here. If you mouse over your vehicle, click follow link. So mouse over the vehicle link, click follow link, and that'll give your image in a screen. You can right click that, right click it, save the image as, and you can just for ease, you could save it in your downloads. I've got mine saved into my recovery 6th, and I'm not going to save it because there it is right there. But there's my recovery. So you can get the image right here. You need to get your vehicle image because I want these 3 vehicles, these 3 little images up here, I want them to match your player vehicle. So you need to get your vehicle image. Now that I have my vehicle image, I need to fool Code High School into giving me 3 unique links to that image. To do this, I will first upload the image. So I'm going to upload my image, click the link, and I'll paste it right here. I've got my first link. Now, Code High School, if I try to upload that same image again, click on it and upload it again, the link does not change. It's still 640D5, blah, blah, blah. So I figured out how to fool Code High School into letting me get a new link. I just got to put something else up there. I put something else up there. Then I can go back and upload the vehicle again. And now I've got a new unique link. It's unique. It's different than the previous link. Come back here, upload something else. Don't care what. Then upload something I want, my vehicle. And I'll get that third link. And I'll paste that third link right there. And that now has my 3 images. To check that this worked properly, you should be able to mouse over each of these and follow the link, and it should go to your vehicle. When you open up each of these links, if I follow the link, it goes to my vehicle. This last one, if I follow the link, it goes to my vehicle. If you did it right, that's what those links will do. They'll open up your vehicle in a new tab. Now that I've got those images set up, I need to go down to the setup function. Can you believe we're almost done? In the setup function, I need to call the add lives function. Got that call there to the add lives function? We need the call to the add lives function in the setup function. Okay, I hope you got it there. Now we need to, I'm going to collapse game, collapse key down. There's add lives. If you collapse these 2 functions, click the little arrows there. If you collapse them, you can get down here very fast. In the add lives function, I want to go through this for loop. I got a for loop. This thing is going to create the 3 graphic images that go up in the top left corner of the screen. So I want this for loop to run lives times. Well, that means I want it to run 3 times because lives equals 3. This for loop will go through it 3 times. The first time through the loop, I will be equal to 0. And when I is equal to 0, I want to create a variable called life and make it equal to life image 1. That's when I equals 0 here in this for loop. Then, after this for loop does its job when I equals 0, we're going to set I equal to 1 here. We're going to look when I is equal to 1, and we're going to grab that life variable life, and we're going to set it to image 2. And then lastly, we're going to look when I is equal to 2. As we're going through this for loop, I will either be equal to 0, I will be equal to 1, or I will be equal to 2, depending on which pass through the loop. And we're going to set the variable life equal to image 3. So that's going to be using that counting variable I in order to load the proper image into this variable so that we can use it to get these lives images up in the top left corner of the screen. Now that we've got those images loaded in the variable at the appropriate time, we need to get them, we need to set their size, their position, and then add it to the screen. So we're going to set the size to the vehicle width divided by 2 and the vehicle height divided by 2. We're going to set the position. Now here's where I'm going to continue to use that counting variable I. That counting variable I is going to help me set the X position of this graphic so that we can get these in 3 unique spots on the screen here. So I'm going to start at X equals 10, but I'm going to add to that 30 multiplied times I. That's going to give me my X value. The Y value is going to be 5. The way this works, when I equals 0, I'm just going to get a position of X equals 10, Y equals 5. But when I equals 1, well, now we're going to get an X position of 40 and a Y position of 5. And when I equals 2, we're going to get an X position of 70, and Y will still be equal to 5. We can add these now to the screen, and here's where something finally will happen. If you run your code, you're going to get a syntax error. Well, what did I do? Let's see. I know what I forgot to do. Got the word life. And like I said, you're going to get these 3 images in the top left corner of the screen. It's good for you guys to see me fail. So we've set the position of the life image. We've set the size of it. Notice how they're smaller than the player vehicle down here. And in the code here, the last thing we need to do is we need to put this image in the ith position of the lives array. So we're going to store this life variable we just made into the ith position of the lives array. Later, when we have to delete lives, when we lose a life, this is going to enable us to one at a time take these lives off of the screen as our player loses lives. And that is all there is to the code for what I did today. Good luck, and we'll see you in class.